You are now tuned in to Sophisticated State of Mind Podcast. We are your host. I am Sanayar.
And I am Miss Anarchy.
And we're going to sit, sip, and smoke, talk about anything and everything, but keep it sophisticated with a
That
good old dick twist.
That's
And
right.
you know what? Today, we are going to talk about boy code versus girl code.
Oh, okay.
I think we have the better code.
I don't know
Cause some
about
of you
that.
women be, some of you girls be some hoes out there.
See, if you want to get real quick, get a little deep in this point, I feel like girl code versus boy code is different because boy code, majority of the time, means like, oh man, don't let your man get with the fat chick. Don't let him get with the
boy.
But you know what I mean, like
code.
But you know what I mean, like don't let him get with this ugly chick. Make sure that you don't fuck your dude's homie, like your girl or whatever it is. Little things like that. But it's very, in a sense, superficial.
That's what y'all think
yes.
guy code is?
I do, because
I mean, some dudes is like that, but
where it is in a sense very superficial. Whereas opposed to girl code, it's a little more like, watch her drink. Make sure she doesn't get into a car with a stranger she just met at the bar.
We like
Make
that
sure
too.
this girl has her location on. Yeah, but I feel like it's a little deeper with
What
the
you mean?
females.
Oh wow! You hear y'all hear that, right? She's saying that we don't get deep when it comes to guy code.
I feel like no, I'm not trying to say all that. What I'm just trying to say is that it's a little deeper in a sense where it's you're more concerned about the safety. You know?
Yeah. Well,
like,
okay. Well, we have
where
we have
a
some
lot
of the same
like
codes.
girl code things is like, yeah, okay, don't sleep with your best friend's man. Don't, you have your little superficial things, but
Y'all
majority
be doing
of
that,
it
though.
is like,
y'all be doing
you know what?
that.
Yes, and I feel like a lot of people don't
what-
follow girl code or boy code or whatever it is. But for me, girl code to me is like, if we are friends, oh, this is any female that I see, any woman that I see. If you are a woman and I am a woman, and I barely know you, but we're hanging out in a social group, we're going to the bathroom together.
Okay.
We are walking side by side together. You good? I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm going to watch her drink.
So
if
wait,
she goes and
you
leaves,
think the guys
and
don't
I'm gonna
do
make
that?
sure. I feel like yes and no. I
No,
feel like
ours
a
is
lot of
just
the time
different.
you don't have to worry about. Well,
Ours is
it's different in a sense because.
But it's the same. I'm good. It's the same. And I'm going to tell you how. Okay. For us, you guys always go to the bathroom together.
Yeah.
Right? That's normalized. For a man, that's normalized. For us, it's I'm going to take a piss real quick. I'll be right back.
And you have to skip the stall. Right?
No, not even that. So we don't have to go to the bathroom together, but they automatically know if he ain't back in 5 minutes, somebody going to go check. You know what I'm saying? It's a different code, but it's the same code
concept because you're checking.
We checking on each other.
But yeah, in a same. But see, my thing is with women, it's more like I'm not gonna let her go to the bathroom alone, especially if she asks me to come with her. You know, I will spend the 10 minutes, even if I don't have to pee. Spend the 10 minutes while she's taking a piss and fucking around and blah blah blah. And that's how you meet best friends in the bathroom. But that's besides the point.
Scrolling on your phone.
But that's besides the point. I'm going to be right by her fucking side. I'm not going to give her an option to walk out of my eyesight, because between those 5 minutes of her walking to the bathroom,
some shit can happen.
Something could happen.
Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You know? And
and that's the same thing. I just see that's the same thing, guys. Same way guys think, but I think the sense of danger is different.
yes,
You know
because
what I mean?
I
For
feel
us,
like
it's more of like, did somebody jump on them, rob them? And for
exactly, and
y'all,
you
it's like we don't want to make sure she get raped or something.
thrown into the fucking
Yeah,
sex trafficking or
yeah,
why is she
anything
gone?
like
You
that,
know,
right?
because when it comes to like for me like women, it's automatically like worst case scenario. Oh my god, what happened to her? Where'd she go? She's gone. She's dead. She's what the fuck? You know. Until
Yeah,
I see her again 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh, thank God. Why did I let you go to the bathroom alone?
yeah, yeah.
But and that's being a little more on the like overreactive, dramatic side. But I'm just saying, like,
But we
it's
have
it's
we
it's in a
still
sense it
it's
is different because there's times where um it is more so for girl code. It's about safety.
uh-huh.
That's why you have
So
those
y'all don't
shitty
got
girls
no.
that do sleep with their friends dudes or whatever it is. It's because we're more on the outlooks of making sure that this person is okay.
Mhm.
Like for instance, I got into a really bad fight in public with my ex, right?
Uh-huh.
I walked out of the house and I wanted to just need some time to cool down, and he was following me
Mhm.
down the street. And it got to one point where we stopped on the corner, and I turn around and we're yelling at each other, and
Right.
it just F you, F you, and he's getting really aggressive and in my face, and I'm kind of backed against a wall,
Uh.
right? And all of a sudden, I just see this fucking car just stop,
Uh.
and somebody rolled down the window like, "Hey, are you okay?" And he goes, "Yeah, she's fine." And then this chick that was driving that stopped was like, I wasn't fucking talking to you. I was talking to her. Are you okay? And
Uh.
she stayed there for me
Yeah.
to make sure I was good.
Yeah.
Like this woman, I knew like full heartedly she was ready to like fucking save me if I
Yeah.
needed it.
Yeah.
And that you and thank God I wasn't in a position in a sense where it was really bad because he was fairly abusive, but it wasn't a lot of
Fisticuffs.
physical abuse.
Fisticuffs. Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of physical abuse. It was more of an emotional type of
And
trauma.
verbal and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm like, oh, he's not hitting me. I'm fine. Like, yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. But in reality, it was like, man, I wish I should have jumped into that fucking car with her and left.
Yeah.
But there's certain things like that. Like, and I know for a fact there's certain times where if you see a couple arguing, you're like, oh man, he's just trying to like get his girl under control. Not necessarily you, but most guys are like, oh, it's nothing. But for like women, it's different because it's like we see her vulnerability. We see that's not an even matchup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
No,
why are you?
guys do think, we think differently. So it's more of like, if we get involved, right?
Mhm.
We know that this can go from
Escalates, yes.
nothing to a full on fight.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just to protect a woman, right?
Mhm.
But here's the thing. And in our head at the same time, we don't even know if this woman is even gonna cooperate with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
And
we
she
might
didn't
jump
know.
in it and she could still be like, get the fuck out of here. We talking
Get
or
the fuck off
whatever.
of him, and
And then
like,
you done
yeah.
made a whole situation
Yes,
out of
absolutely.
nothing. You
And
know what I'm
you know
saying?
what? That was what that woman in particular that came up to me. That was the thing that she was probably having to go through her head. Was like, yeah, no, I'm probably gonna turn this worse, or like possibly, but I also do have a chance of making sure that this girl is safe
Right.
and making sure that she's okay, and also telling the man in a sense without telling him like people are watching you. You're
Yeah.
causing a fucking scene. I see you.
Right.
Like
Right.
I know what you fucking look like now.
Yeah. But you guys don't have like no anti-ho codes?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm talking about shit like
There
that.
are basic codes where it's just, and this is, I feel like it's a difference between like girl code versus like actual just morals that you have for yourself.
Some motherfuckers don't got
mean?
no morals.
Absolutely. And it's just one of those things where if you can't, like, for me, it's like, oh, there's like girl code. I'm pretty sure boy code is different to you. Like, you have certain things high up on your list. Like, if my friend can't do this, 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 and that. They are not my friend. I can't be cool with them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or I can't be close with them in a sense.
Yeah.
I can't have a
Yeah.
full 100% like trust in that person.
It's a code, and if you
If
violate
you
it, I can't
violate
fuck with you.
exactly. I do get
You know
that,
what I'm
but I
saying?
feel like women's code is a little more like fluid in a sense. You know, because we are like I said, our 100% like code is bound on that fucking like safety, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you want to go into the lighter side of it, we don't really necessarily have that much of a code because we're not thinking about that, you know?
Not like
In
when
a
you
sense, but
so if you
that's why I say like the your code versus like the morals, you know,
yeah,
is
oh
like
yeah.
you like strict fucking code for like anybody, bro code, girl code, um is like don't fuck with your friend's ex or person that they're talking to, right? Like that's one of the big things that you can agree on.
That's
and
a
that I
code.
can agree on.
Yeah.
That's a code. Like
But that
don't
shit happened.
fuck with your homies' exes. Don't fuck with your homies' current.
So how do y'all code go?
And I've had people that broken that code on me, but also it's a two-way street, you know. And I've had multiple dudes who were friends with the person I was dating. Like that's who I met these people through, was my significant other at the time. And even in between, like if we broke up, multiple people hitting on me, or if we if they see something, or even if we're still together, like you have people that are trying to sneak through, and it's like, okay, well now I can't hang out, and I'll tell my significant other like, who's gonna be there? Oh, we're going to a party. Who's gonna be there? Oh, so and so, so and so, and so and so. What you don't know is, you know, so and so, so and so, and so and so like to slide into my DMs, and then they're like,
for guys, see, the code is you ask. So if we in he's in a situation with a female, right? They break up, and you know she hitting on me. I'm like, yo, hey, you cool? Cause she, you know, whatever. And if he say yeah, then you got the green light.
See,
but if he say no, then it's like I can't fuck with you.
See, for me personally, I've had something like that where I had a really good friend of mine. She had a crush on this dude, and this dude didn't like her. You know, it was a coworker, and then I started working with them. She got me a job there. I started working there with him. He immediately saw me, and he was like, "Oh, I like her." And ended up liking me and developing feelings for me. When he finally like told me something, I was like, oh, pause. Like my friend, I even told him, I was like, my friend
she don't fuck
has
with you.
the biggest crush on you. She likes you so much.
Oh shit.
I wouldn't be able to, yeah, she had the biggest crush on him. She like was obsessed with this dude. And like I knew this before I even started working there. And then I started working there and I was like, oh, that's the dude. Oh yeah, he's all right. You know, and then he started like not like making like big advances towards me, but like showing his attraction to me. But he was flirting with me, and he liked me. He was showing like, no, this is where my intentions at. And when he finally told me like, oh, I think you're cute, or whatever, I would like to take you out, I was like, oh, pause. First of all, I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to my friend about this because, to be honest, she really does like you. And he was like, oh yeah, I fully understand. You know?
Yeah.
And so I went to her and I was like, this is what happened. And obviously she was a little upset because
did she get mad at you though?
She was hurt, yes, but she's also like, I'm not going to stop you. Cause him and her never did anything, you know.
Right.
She just had a crush on him. And then she was like, but that's also like a girl code thing, you know, like if your friend has a crush on this dude or likes somebody, like you're not gonna go after that guy.
Yeah.
You're gonna leave him alone.
You're gonna try to set him up.
Exactly. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, and that's what I was trying to do. But he was like, because we went out to the bar together a few times, and she was trying to like da 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 da, and the next thing I know, his hand was on my lap, and I was like, oh whoa, like one of those things. I was like, what are you doing, buddy? And then I told her, and I was like, yeah, I think he really like kind of like likes me and blah 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 blah. And she's like, all right, well, thank you for telling me. And if you really feel like there's a connection there, then go for it. Right. And I'll kind of just I have to get rid of my feelings,
Right.
sooner rather than later. And I was like, oh, okay. And then this is why I say it's a bad idea, because me and him started dating, and
I was
then
going to ask you that.
later on, because she's like, I asked her, she said it was cool,
Mm-hmm.
and then later on, he ended up cheating on me with her. They ended up making out while we were together.
Oh,
and I was like,
snap.
oh fuck. And then I lost 2 people in my life. You know what I
Wow.
mean? I lost somebody that I thought I would fucking dodge a bullet for. Like, not dodge a bullet, take a bullet for.
Yeah.
Like like that.
Now
was,
you're a dodge.
now I'd like
now you're
aim
dodging the
that
motherfucking
way.
bullet. Now you.
But
now she dodging them.
yeah, now I'm like dip, dodge, dive, duck, dodge.
Oh man.
Absolutely, like that was a person that like I called her my sister.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I went to her and I was like, I am 100% down to like absolutely like fucking like ignore this dude and tell him no, absolutely not. Fuck you. I don't want to date you. I don't want to see you. But I did like, he was cute in my opinion. I liked him a little and I was like, do you mind? And she was like, no. And I know she's probably saying that just because she didn't want to say like, yes, I mind.
Right.
But it was one of those things. And that's why I'm saying just in general, I learned from that. And was like, you know what?
Yeah.
If my friend has a crush on somebody, I'm not gonna see this person as a potential anything. You know what I mean? Like I no longer see that person as like.
It sounds like you have a lot of motherfuckers that broke the code.
Well, yeah, because I do know a lot of motherfuckers that broke the code on me, and like that's the thing. That's how you grow your own, like you learn your own code, right? That's how you develop it.
I you know what I think? I think overall that guys follow the code way more than girls.
I don't know. Well,
that's what I think.
It's different though, because I feel like I know a lot of girls that follow that girl code that I was talking about. Like that code, yes. But you're trying to say like the girl code is a kind of the same as bro code, and it's different. Like you have your different bro code moments, like your little like bulletins of what the bro code is, and we have our bulletins of what the girl code is.
Right.
Some of them interconnect, some of them don't.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And for you to kind of say like, oh well, what the girls aren't following is bro code, because you're looking at the bro code and you're like, oh well, they're not following this shit.
I'm thinking about your whole code, even the moral side of it.
What do you mean?
I think there's a lot of bitterness amongst women more than there is bitterness amongst men.
Well, I feel like because there's a lot of loyalty in that. Like when like you're friends with somebody, and I know you probably feel this the same way. Like you're friends with that person, and a lot of girls don't group with their friends. They group with people that they don't like, and it becomes a fucking competition.
Yeah,
and it's like this fighty, like petty shit, and that's what I don't like. It's catty, very catty, and that's where you get the chicks that break the girl code or the bro code and fuck around with other people's significant others and do the shady shit behind your back and then talking shit behind you, or like won't have that loyalty. And that's what it is like that whole girl code shit is just fucking morals. Bro code is it's just your own fucking set of personal morals. If you can't follow my set of personal morals and I can't follow your set of personal morals or like come to a connection of it, we can't be cool. We probably can't be friends or any more than acquaintances.
And I just think that there's a lot more of that on you guys' side, to where I think that's why a lot of women do have guy friends. I know guys probably be like, man, women don't have guy friends. Those are guys that try to get at them. But
and a lot of the time,
and it's
hard to find.
But I think women have more guy friends.
A genuine guy friend that doesn't want to fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm putting the friend zone. I'm just waiting. And it's like, no. Like, the friend zone's a cool place because we're friends. We're just chilling. Like, that's it. That's all it's ever going to be. And like,
I know some women
that kind of sucks as being a woman, coming into a friendship with a man is like you have to set those boundaries, and it's like I have to make this very, very, very fucking clear that whatever happens, like nothing's going to happen. Like I strictly want to be friends with you, and then it's up to the guy that's like, oh, that's fucked up. She doesn't want to sleep with me. Like she put me in the friend zone, and it's like it's not. Nothing has to do with about being sexual. Like we can be friends, and that's
Yeah,
it. It's just
cool.
strictly fucking
Just
platonic.
straight up cool. Yeah, cause I know some chicks that'll be cool to hang out with, but being intimate, that
Absolutely
that
not.
ain't.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like no, you not even my type.
No.
You know what I mean? Like when it comes to that, but all the other shit, yeah, let's do that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I don't know. Well, I guess guys are wired a little different. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
But at the same time,
They
it's like
fucking are.
I can't be around certain shit. You know what I mean? So it's like you find a group of guys that sort of live by your code.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
and it's
they understand that the
hmm
shit you understand.
absolutely.
You know, but I just think amongst women, there's so much of the cattiness, and you don't even know sometimes. A motherfucker be behind your back the whole time with the meow meow and be in your face with some other shit.
Taking selfies, being best friend. Oh my god, we're just so
Yeah.
close. And that's the thing is like I've had friends like that, and I've known girls like that to act like that, where we're cool when I'm face to face with you, but as soon as I leave, you have something to say about me, and that's not cool. And
Yeah.
that's just in majority of like falls into a category of like I said, like a friend code. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's why I guess you say like, yeah, like I don't hang out with a lot of women because I know a lot of women to be like that, and there's always some sort of it always seems to have like some sort of fucking competition, and it doesn't need to be a
Hmm.
competition. And that's why like when there's certain girls that feel like they need to be the alpha female and they need to be the one that like has the attention
Hmm.
and make sure that all eyes are on them, so they act a certain way, dress a certain way, talk a certain way, do a certain thing, you
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
but
But
handle
they're
that, but
doing
be
that,
that.
and it's like, okay, whatever. If you feel like you need to fight for that attention, let me fall back, you know, and I'll just take a step back, chill, and do my own fucking thing because I'm not worried about that attention.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about like what I'm getting from other dudes or other things like that. Like I don't feed off of it. I'm just chill, living my best life over here.
See,
You
guys,
know?
for guys, it'll be a guy in a group like that. But for us, it's like, oh, that's him.
Yeah,
As long as he don't shit on us to make himself look bigger,
absolutely. And then
that's
and that's
him.
it's
He
the
can
same
have the
thing for
spotlight. Let
the
him. That's
girls
him.
too.
You
And
know what
it's
I
like
mean?
absolutely like that's her. That's just what she does. And if she wants to do that, let her be her little peacock self. Like you know, like let her
Yeah.
do that shit. Let her do whatever she wants to do. However, when it comes to like tearing down your other friends to make yourself look bigger, that's a huge part of like my personal code. Don't do that shit to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't.
No. No,
Like
you
I'm
don't do
putting
that.
my trust in you as a friend. You have my full 100% loyalty. You know, like my loyalty is yours. You can have it. We're gonna be like this if you like. That's why like friendships are very fucking serious to me. And
Hmm.
I don't want like I say like I don't have a lot of close friends because I don't. I have about maybe one close
Yeah.
friend, and the
Keep
rest
that circle
is
tight.
cool. You know, like I'm cool with everybody, but I have like a handful of people I could call my friend,
I am my
and then the
own
rest
best
is
friend.
fucking family.
I am my
Oh
own
yeah,
best
me
friend.
and myself have great fucking conversations.
Hmm. I am
Hell
my own best friend
yes,
first.
because
That's
I always
first.
say that shit too. I was like, who are you around the most?
Hmm.
Yourself. Who were you with constantly? Yourself. Like
Yeah.
you're not going, and in the end, you're not gonna have anybody else but you. So you
Yeah.
better like that motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm in
You
love
know?
with myself. And that ain't even being what you call it, cocky or whatever. I'm
Nah,
just in
that's
love with
having that
myself.
self confidence, and
You
you
know what I mean?
should.
I'm in love with
You should.
myself.
And a
I
lot of
am myself
people,
best friend.
I feel
My own.
need more confidence and need more of that. Even if a sense, a little more cockiness.
Yeah.
You know, give themselves that fucking like boost yourself up because you are the shit. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like in your own little
It's
fucking way, you're
confidence.
fucking
It ain't
like yeah, and
cockiness.
like yeah, man, I look fucking great today. Like, why are you gonna want to tear yourself down 24/7 And it's
Fuck
hard
it.
to fight that shit too. You know, like you have that running in your head, that like fucking voice in the back of your head that's saying like this shit, like you ain't shit.
You are your own
And,
worst critic. You know,
absolutely, but
we
you
all
are
like that.
your own best friend,
Yeah.
just like you said, your own worst
Yeah.
critic,
Yeah.
critic, your own
Critic, critic.
critic,
Yeah.
and your own best friend.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what's crazy is now that we talking about it, I kind of think like that's how women and men link up, because the way the code is set like a DNA strand. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said,
Like,
it is interconnected.
it's
in a sense.
interconnected.
It does intertwine.
And somehow that allows the woman and the man to meet.
Yeah.
Or the two people that have that other side of that connection meet. Because think about it. If the codes don't line up, there's going to be some friction there. You know what I'm saying? Because even a male and female or your significant other has to agree with your code.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you have to agree with theirs.
And
for y'all to even be
that's
something.
where it comes to a moral standpoint, right?
Yeah.
Is because in order to be in a relationship with anybody, or just to be friends with anybody, to have any sort of relationship, whether it is romantic or platonic or anything like that,
some kind of code,
your morals need to match up with their morals, in a sense. Like, how are you guys both okay with, you know,
this and that,
yeah, exactly, anything. And if it doesn't, that's where you're going to have friction in the relationship.
Yeah.
And that's where you guys turn friends into fucking worst enemies, or, you know, you're stuck in a toxic cycle. And it's because people are so, like, so adamant on forcing things together that shouldn't be together, in a sense where I'm just talking about, like, a toxic person and a toxic person, you know what I mean? Like, they're so stuck on, like, oh, that's what love is, that's what I'm used to, this is what it needs to be. And it's like, nah. Like,
yeah.
Like, you don't understand how better off your life is going to be without this person.
You haven't seen the other
feeling
side.
miserable 24/7. Like, you can live a life where
it don't be that
happy, you know? Like, you don't have to be fucking miserable.
You said you're happy.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, people put themselves in those situations where they're goddamn miserable because it's making that other person happy. It's like, I'm gonna stay in this fucking relationship, and we're both fucking miserable, and we both want to fucking
You know why that happens?
play Frogger in the streets, but
it's because they only seen one side, and they're not open-minded to understand there's something on the other side. You know what I mean? And that's with anything,
yes,
politics.
You do have to be open-minded, and that's where a lot of communication comes in with relationships. Is like, there always has to be open communication no matter what, and you have to be willing to accept what your partner is going to be saying.
There's always going to be growth too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
But a lot of but what I'm trying to say is there's certain relationships where there will be no growth, where it is not good for you. Where if you were stuck, like,
you
like
grow to a plateau,
you're here and you're never gonna go up. You're never going to.
Or you do grow up, but you plateau. You just flatline at a certain spot,
because
and it never
you guys are so
continues.
fucking comfortable.
Yeah.
And you guys aren't willing, and then that's where it creates.
It needs to grow.
That's where it creates this animosity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where all of this is, because
no one wants to take that step to change it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Y'all both are okay
because
with that.
It comes to a point where it's like, okay, well, the next step is either to stay together and be miserable, or fucking leave and form a whole new fucking life, or whatever it may fucking be. But it's crazy. We're going off topic, and the lights are off. That ends our show.
I just like to have it again.
That's what we get.
Sorry, we just had a blackout.
We heard the noises in the fucking background. There's an earthquake going on earlier. Somebody's neighbor's alarm.
I don't know if y'all heard all that. I don't know if y'all heard all that, because you know the it doesn't pick up background stuff, But just in case y'all didn't hear that, all that shit was actually happening in the background on top of the lights going off, okay?
We can't have anything nice. Oh
That
God.
literally was happening. And
Jig is up.
we just kept it going, all right? And we finally could not take it no more,
Yeah.
okay?
Sorry, I snapped.
Oh my
I
goodness.
can't work in these conditions.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
So from a guy code, girl code standpoint, do you think you guys have more moral codes than we do? Is that what you're saying in the beginning?
in a sense, because
Or
what
more
I
of a
was
safety code? Because I
it was
think
more of
safety and moral is different.
very different. Yes.
You know.
But for me, what I was trying to say was it was more of a safety thing. It
Mhm.
was like for girl code, especially for me personally.
Right.
Girl code is 100% about safety. Like I'm going to make sure, and it doesn't matter who you could be, an entire fucking stranger to me.
Right.
You know, I don't know you, but if I look
If we
and
just
I
clicked up at
see
the bar.
if I see this person coming on like let me just give you an example, right? We are at the bar, right? We're all chilling, and then I see some chick very uncomfortable with this man just consistently hitting on her, or you can just see she's uncomfortable. You can tell in her body
Right.
language. You can tell he's trying to make advances. She's not having it or whatever, or you're right next to him and you hear it, you know?
Yeah.
For me personally, that's when I would come up and be like, "Oh my god, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you doing? Oh,
Girl,
pretend I
come
know
with me
this
to the
bitch.
bathroom.
Come on. Oh, did you want to? Let me go get you a drink. Come on, come with me today over here." And take her away from that situation.
And be like, girl, you good?
You good? You okay? Do you need us to call anybody for you? Like, do you want me to wait outside while your Uber gets here? Like, what's good?
And then
And it's just one of
you
those
know what
things. And
you know what she'll say?
thank you.
She'll be like, "Thank you, girl. Oh my God, he been on me all
All
night.
day. He would
He is
not
so
leave me
ugly."
alone. But and then it doesn't matter if he was attractive or not, because it was one of those things where it's like she said no, he wouldn't take no for an answer, and it's like, you know, where you feel like you yourself as like for me as a woman, and I see another woman in distress, I'm gonna go up and help that woman. And
What if
that's
he was just being persistent?
some people don't want persistence. Like for me, like
Was it
okay,
too aggressive?
in that situation maybe it was, but for me personally, why can't you take one no as an answer?
Yeah.
I always, anytime I had somebody hit on me, you know, like I've had people walk up to me while I was waiting at the bus stop. Damn, girl, you pretty, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I have a boyfriend. Psh, I won't tell, you know, stuff like that. Or what's that got to do with me, you know?
Yeah.
Or things like that where I will tell them, no, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I'm flattered, not interested, you know?
Yeah.
So come on, come on, come on, come on. You're gonna be like that? And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna be fucking rude in 5 seconds if you don't leave me the fuck alone. You know? Like it's one of those things where it's like,
Oh
leave me the
man.
fuck alone. I don't want your persistence. I
Wait,
don't. If I
dudes.
tell you no
Wait.
one time, I'm not going to change my mind after the 5th time. What I'm going to do is call the
Wait.
cops on you.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead, continue. Ask your questions.
Oh shit. This shit really happens?
Yes.
Like right now in
Oh,
modern
the god
time.
time. Oh my god, please. Women in the comments, tell me your story, cuz I know every single one of you out there has a story where you have gotten hit on, told this man no, and he continued and was persistent. Fuck your persistence.
Yeah.
I don't want it. If I tell you no once, walk away. Go on. Because it would be the same thing if you were not attracted to a female and she walked up to you and she was like, "Hey, you're cute. Like, let me buy you a beer." Blah blah
I'll
blah.
let her
blah,
buy me a beer.
but you automatically aren't having it. Don't want anybody up to you. You're chilling with your friends. You're with your wife, your significant other, whatever it may be. Even if you guys are in a poly relationship and she goes up to you, "Oh, you're cute. Can I buy you a beer?" And you're like, "You know what? You're just really not my type." You
Nah,
just think that
see, nah, I
automatically.
can't do that.
Or it's one of those things where you're just not feeling it. You're not in the mood to be hit on. You know,
Yeah,
you don't want it.
yeah.
So you're like, I'm flattered. Thank you so much. But no thank you. You would think that would suffice, right? You would think I'm flattered. Thank you so much. But you know what? I'm okay.
No, I
As
would
polite
just,
as you may say, even if you don't want it,
I just be
right?
upfront.
I'm flattered.
I
No
mean,
thank you.
but it's different.
Nah, I'm cool. No thank you. What you mean you cool? Come on, come on, come on.
So
No,
for
I'm good.
me,
So what you trying to say? You're too good for me?
if
What you
the
trying to do? You
girl,
did it.
if the chick came up to me and she like, yo, can I buy you a drink? Sure, you can buy me a drink. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, listen, here's the situation. You can roll with that or not. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing is because.
But it's like I'm
Well,
not
hold
gonna
on.
be rude.
Hold on. Say I allow this person to buy me a drink, and a
Uh-huh.
lot of the time, with men, and
You-
you can fight me on this or not, but I will 100% die on this goddamn hill. But a lot of the time with men, when you do allow them to buy you a drink, or like take that next step, and then you like stop it, like you're not getting anything from me, like, oh, thank you, yeah, you could buy me a drink. Oh, it buys me a drink. Okay, thank you so much. You know what? But I really am not interested. Like I don't want to date anybody. I'm not interested in it. Blah 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 blah.
right.
Why the fuck did I buy you a drink, ho? Like, why the fuck did you stupid bitch? Like, you made me waste my money on you, and that's exactly the reactions
Wait.
that you get most of the time. Maybe a little more subtle, but you get like, I wasted that on you. Like, I wasted my money on you because I didn't get what I wanted to get in the end, and that's what a lot of it is.
That's going on too.
Yes. Oh my God. How do you not know this?
I live in a different. See, I don't.
You live under a rock.
No, I don't see the world like that. I mean, it's happening
But
apparently,
it happens all the
but
time.
I don't see like.
And until you're in a woman's shoes,
No, I don't.
in it, like, let's just say, like, until you are in a woman's shoes, until you specifically yourself are a woman.
That's never gonna happen.
And get hit on consistently by males that don't take rejection well, you will not understand.
No, I'm just tripping because it's like I don't understand the part of not taking rejection well. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense to me.
There are stories, and you can look them up, where men have followed women home.
I believe you.
And done.
And I know it's happened.
Unspeakable things to them because they were rejected, and women have gotten killed for rejecting men, and like
Yeah, and no.
Where women have gotten raped, murdered, beaten.
Hold on. Let me just say this.
All sorts of things.
Let me just say this.
For telling a man no.
I am not in no way, oblivious to that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I don't understand how something so simple in your head doesn't register. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. And it's just
me personally,
probably because majority of these men weren't told no in their lifetime.
But even so, it's just like, okay, on to the next. Like, keep it moving, man. It's like your whole night can't just be that one moment. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Your life can't be that one
majority
moment.
of the time, a lot of men, like, there are men that are out there that are like, oh, yo, can I buy you a drink? Oh, I'm okay. Okay, cool. Yo, can I buy you a drink? Like, you're cute too. Can I buy you a drink? Yeah, sure. All right, awesome. And then you work your way out there. There are men that are like that. But there are a lot of men that do not handle rejection well. And up until you reject that man, you do not see it.
That's bananas. I just
Heck of
can't.
bananas.
I can't. I know it happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of weird to me that it's just like that moment sticks to you. Like, you get stuck to that moment. You know what I mean? And it's just like,
yeah,
there's so much more. You know what I mean? That can happen, but you just freeze there. Mm-hmm. Like, you get stuck there to where it's like, nah, I'm gonna keep on going. And
like, why didn't she say yes to me?
You're right. Like, how do you get?
And I get that and that's the thing, is like, a lot of.
How do you get locked in that moment?
It's because, in a sense, and this is what I'm guessing, is you probably think it's a prize to be fucking won.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
Could be.
She told me
Could
no.
be.
Like I'm gonna be persistent until she says yes. I'm gonna change her mind. And it's like, why do you need to change your mind? Why do you need to turn that no into a yes? Why can't you just take that no for a fucking answer and dip on it and go to someone that's going to give you a willing yes? You know what I
Cause
mean?
that princess in your head that you had a vision of seeing and meeting,
Yeah.
it was you.
Yeah. Turns out I'm not a princess.
Of
I'm a
course not.
bitch. You know,
It's
I'm.
okay. I can get it. I get it from maybe from a guy's point of view. It's like nah, like you don't understand. Like you the one.
She the
You know what I
one.
mean?
She's
Like
perfect for
let
me.
me
Blah blah blah.
just
You don't know me.
let's just have a
You
conversation.
don't know me. And this is the thing is if I'm not feeling that conversation, or even if I give you that conversation and then I'm just not feeling it because I could be your one, but doesn't mean you're my one.
Yeah.
You're just some
No, of
random dude that
course,
went up to
of
me in a bar
course,
and offered me a
of
beer.
course. I'm just saying
You know, but I
I
can
could
give you my
understand
time.
the persistence,
But my thing is,
but
it's like
also you saying back off.
why is it where my time of day is obligated? Like I'm obligated to give that to you
Yeah, I can see
because
that
you
too.
asked for it.
What I'm
Like
saying is,
I'm saying like you can go up to me and we can have the conversation or not, because most of the time if I'm at a bar with my friends and I'm chilling and some person comes up to me and I'll chop shit with them for a minute and I'll
yeah,
sit there and talk with them and blah 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 as soon as it turns left or whatever it is, and it's like, okay, well, I want to go back to with my friends, you need to leave now.
yeah.
Why are you still here?
I just don't want people to confuse. This is what I was saying, because I think a lot of women confuse.
Think real hard.
No, seriously, and you will agree if I explain it right.
Okay.
Some women assume persistence is creepy, and I say that because sometimes a guy can be persistent, but his persistence may seem creepy to a female because he is persistent. Mm-hmm. And it's not he's persistent because he wants to just get his hands on you. It's like he's persistent because
if you like, I get it. Like
you're gorgeous.
You
you know
genuinely
what I mean?
are attracted to this person.
And
you like this person,
yes.
Absolutely. And you're like, no, like I really do genuinely like this.
Yeah,
you want to
like,
put your feelers out there every once in a while, like, oh, are you
lay it
interested in
out.
me again?
Yeah.
Or how about now? Like I understand that, and some girls are the same way where they have that persistence, but it's also where it's like, if that was automatically shut down at the beginning, and it was like, shut the persistence off, I don't want it, I'm not going to change my mind. Like, that's what you need to take it as, because a lot of the times men will take a no as a try again, and that's not what it is. It's a no, and if you like walk away, and then maybe she will change her mind, and then maybe she'll come up to you, or maybe it could be a thing, you never know. But that's the thing, is like, so many men are like focused on like the persistency of like, oh, I need to be persistent and I just need to keep going, and it's like, in a sense, it just sounds like what you're saying is, I need to break her down until I get a yes from her.
No,
but that's exactly what it sounds like.
It sounds like that, maybe, but I'm just saying,
exactly
all guys that are persistent ain't waiting to see, okay, this is her first drink, let me ask her again after her fourth drink. Now let me ask her after her eighth drink. See, that just sounds
creepy.
Exactly.
Because it's like, oh, let me just wait until she gets persistently more drunk.
This is my whole.
Then try again. Maybe she'll change her mind.
That's my whole point. I don't want women to confuse a regular guy persistence for the creepy guy's persistence. If that makes sense. But you need
the regular guys to not have that creepy guy persistence. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to say. Is like, if
there's a line,
dude,
and if you're a regular dude and you cross it, you're creepy.
Exactly. That's all it is. And I know it's vice versa, but a lot of the time is because men have to pursue women. That's just genuinely how it fucking goes, right?
Why y'all don't pursue us though?
Because I don't know. Because we're just sitting there, and that's how it was, right? That's how it's always been. Is the men court the women. You know, the
Yeah.
men court the women. The men go up
Try
to
to
the women
woo 'em.
and try to exactly, and it's in that in nature. That's why the fucking male peacocks have that fucking plumage and those feathers, and the women peacock. Have you seen female peacocks? They're fucking gross and ugly and brown. They're just little brown chickens. But that's how it is. What I'm trying to say in nature is men are more flamboyant and vibrant because they're trying to court the women and do that. It's the same thing with humans. It was since the dawn of time. You know, men were always courting the women.
Yeah,
So
but the
a
women
lot of the
wait,
time,
the women are vibrant too. It's just not in the way that you guys see us in a vibrant way. We see y'all in a vibrant way the same way.
absolutely. No, no,
You
no.
know what I mean?
I
And
agree with that.
that's an
But
attraction.
yeah, and
You
I
know
was
what I
just talking
mean?
about like animals at that point where
No,
but
I completely agree. But
with
you
the
know what I
same
mean?
thing is like men were always courting women since the fucking dawn of time.
Yeah.
And it's even in nature, the males female court the females, and that's kind of how it is in this day and age as well, where you're waiting for that man to come up to you. And it's one of those things where it's like, for me personally, like if I see someone that's attractive and it's like, okay, well, let me just kind of like put myself in his line of vision, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
And if he doesn't come up to me and is like, yo, can I buy you a beer, or can I buy you a drink, or whatever it is, like, yeah,
Chicks do that.
let me show
Chicks
my
do
interest,
that.
I will probably go up to that person.
Chicks,
But it's
I
if
ain't
I
never
want
known a
that.
chick to do
And
that.
it's the same thing where it's in like a lot of like dating apps and stuff, even in like you do your swipes and shit. And then once you swipe, like for me personally, if we match, I'm waiting for the man to message me.
Yeah.
But there will be times where it's like, you know what? It's been a week since we matched, and this motherfucker hasn't messaged me anything. Let me hit him up and be like, hey, you're kind of cute, or whatever, like let me like drop my little line,
Yeah.
or whatever it may be. But I feel like if you do, like if that's what it is, and it's been that way, like if you go up to a woman, and once again, it's the same thing in nature.
I think even on dating sites, I think
like,
I think it's more of that way. I think the women put themselves out there by getting on the dating site, but
and
a lot of
posting their cute
a lot of
pictures
the
and doing their
movement
entire
is guys hitting up the women.
exactly,
You know,
where it's like,
that's
okay,
the women don't have to put in too much work.
I wouldn't say that.
Guys is dinging. I won't say
Because
that is necessarily the right guy, but guys are
them.
dinging.
I feel like it's in a sense the man makes the first move, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it's always been. So that we're waiting for that man to make move. Okay, show your interest.
Yeah.
Show your interest, because that's what I'm so used to, is people coming up to me and be like, interested, and then me going, and I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything like that, but me going like, yes, no, whatever it is. Like, if you come up to me, that's how it works. Like, the man always, comes up to the women.
Yeah.
Always drops that first line, that little hook, and it's like whether or not up to the woman to take that or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then if that woman doesn't take it, move on to the next one. All right, cool. See you later. Nice trying. Oh man, you're really pretty. Wish you could. And it's the same thing, because I've hit up dudes that I've like fucking gorgeous,
Are they?
And
They're shiny as fuck, but
so shiny, so pretty,
but dull as hell.
And then exactly, and then you get those messages where it's like, ooh, I made a mistake, and it's like, I shouldn't have done that.
Nice little shiny tool, but you don't work worth a damn.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is still like that in a sense, old school. I ain't never known too many women to like hit on guys. I mean,
it has changed a lot,
a little bit,
but it in a sense it has stayed the same a lot.
Yeah.
It's just modernized, now.
I've gotten to where it's like, like somebody giving you the eye, you know what I'm saying, but they ain't gonna come up to you.
Yeah.
You just
and if that happens, that's when you notice it's like, okay, well, are we either gonna have this missed connection, or am I gonna go up and try to shoot my shot? And that's up to you. you know?
Pow.
Aim target.
You know what I mean? Shots fired.
You're stupid. But
No,
yeah,
man.
and it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
it,
I think you guys have, when it comes to the code,
mm-hmm.
I think overall, I think the biggest portion of your code is the safety portion.
Yeah.
You know, so it's different for guys and girls, but I truly believe that the code links us up. When we're out and about and we're single and we're mingling, those codes draw us together. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's a part of it.
absolutely. Because there are, and I'm pretty sure you guys have like codes and shit where you see this chick and she's got a friend and it's like, all right, well you got to take the friend, or you know,
Yeah.
like whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But if you're also scouting out for yourself, but if you see this chick that you know is your dude, like your friend's type,
Yeah.
right? Like, she's a redhead just like Dre, like she's got body just like Dre, like she's this and that, whatever, you know. That's his type.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, yo, let me introduce you to my friend.
Yeah.
Who's Dre?
Let me ask
you
you
know?
this. When it comes to this
And
situation,
it's
how do
same
y'all
thing with
follow the
females.
code?
What do you mean?
Right. So I'm gonna give you a situation.
Okay.
Because I want to see how you guys react in your code in comparison.
For me, like, and
wait, I haven't told
I just
you.
I just want to say a disclaimer before you say the situation.
What?
I just wanted to say a disclaimer that I'm not speaking for
anyone,
the female code in general. You know what I mean? I'm speaking from like what I would
her
personally
own personal
do
code,
and what I've known other
oh
women
yeah,
to
and
do.
I'm gonna speak
So,
from mine and
this is
what I know.
This is our sophisticated pick, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just our opinion.
Right.
And that's all
At
it's
this
ever
point.
gonna be, is what we're talking about. It's coming from our point of views, our lives, all our bullshit that we've
But you
been
can
through.
do what you want, and we won't judge
Take
you
it
for
as it is. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
It is
you know?
what it is.
So go ahead.
Here's the situation.
What's the situation?
You go to the bar with your friend.
Uh-huh.
She meet a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Guy has a friend.
Mm-hmm.
She like, yo, I'm about to roll. He got a friend. Let's dip. It's situation, right? You don't really, you ain't digging the friend too much, but she like, do this one for me, right?
I'm not gonna do anybody for
Hold
you.
on, no. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yep.
When she say do this for me, she mean, no, I ain't gonna tell you what she mean, because I was gonna give you the guy perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, listen, we about to go back. He got a friend.
We gotta go. We're all going back to that
We're
house.
all going back. Just come back.
I'm going back to smash this guy.
I
need
I
you.
really wanted to smash this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Come back with me.
You need to keep him
what
occupied.
What are you doing in this situation?
I'm gonna sit there and come
What are
up
you
with
doing?
a bunch of awkward. Well, if it's one of those things where it's like it. I personally haven't been in that situation before, you know, so I don't know what I would say. But if I were like, okay, fine, you know, yeah, sure, I'll go back. But that person
Mm-hmm.
that I have to, like, I guess, keep occupied
Mm-hmm.
while my friend and their friend are doing their thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's just probably gonna be that awkward, like, slap. You want to see this TikTok I just watched? Sure. You know, like, that's my, like, what it be.
Okay,
And
so what if it was?
It just depends on the situation, because if the guy's a fucking weirdo, then I'm just gonna be like, all right, well, I'm just gonna wait until my friend's done, and then we're gonna go home.
What if she
if
like?
the guy's cool, and it's like, all right, then I might just have a new friend. If the
Yeah.
guy's hot and cool, then it's like, all right, well, you know, she's doing it upstairs, I'm gonna do it downstairs. It depends, like I said, it depends on what the situation is, right?
Yeah.
So
I said the
I
guy's
can say.
not. You're not interested
And I
in
know.
the guy.
And say I'm not interested in the guy, and it's one of those things where it's like up front, like, yo,
Right.
your friend might be getting in, but you're not going to. Like, let me just tell you this
Right.
up front and personal. And if it turns into a situation, then I'm busting my friend's door down. I'm like, we're getting the fuck out of here. Sorry.
Yeah, so
Your friend's a creep.
I was gonna
We're
give you
leaving.
the same scenario, but on this one, she been dating the guy for a while. You finally about to meet him for the first time. She been dating him for about 4 months, whatever.
Okay.
Right?
Mhm.
You finally gonna meet him for the first time. He bring a friend. Same scenario. What are you doing?
I'm taking it like it depends on what the situation was supposed to be. If they're trying to set me up,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And this is supposed to be like, yo, I really want you to do like a double date and like I know that this guy is cool and I think you'd really like him, then I
Uh-huh.
would probably if I'm interested in it, you know, like, oh, let me see what it is. I'd probably go in with an open mind and be like, all right, let's see where it goes from there, right?
Right.
If it's one of those things where it's like, yo, I just need you, I'm gonna bring a friend and it's gonna be like a romantic interest thing, and like, okay, and I don't like this person, then
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. It's like, sorry, I'm not feeling it.
No, she told you. She told you. It's like, listen, I'm gonna bring Brad.
Mm-hmm.
Brad's bringing his friend. You gonna meet him for the
What?
first time. Brad's gonna meet his friend gonna meet me for the first time.
Yeah.
So I want you to come.
I would take it as a friend thing only. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like where it's like, yo,
But the same
I'm gonna meet up.
situation.
Same situation where it's like, okay,
Me and her and Brad gonna make out, and you stuck with God.
all right, cool.
What you doing?
You like fucking?
Handle your
You want to
business.
go play pool? Like, what's good? Like, I always come in with like a friend thing, and for me, like, okay, like say that's what the situation is. I go to meet up with my friend
Mm-hmm.
and her dude. I'm meeting her dude for the first time. All right, your dude's pretty cool. His friend's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're making out, doing their own thing. I'm just gonna chill and do my own thing.
Yeah.
It's not gonna automatically be a fucking sexual connection, or I'm gonna start making out with his friend. Nah. It's one of those things where it's like, all right, well, they're being
Yeah.
gross.
I mean, for guys,
you know, like
from a guy perspective,
what do you want to do? And if it's on the guy's perspective, it's like, oh well, he's getting some, I'm gonna go get some, and it's like,
no, from my perspective,
it's one of those things where it's just like I'm just preoccupying
when
this
we was
person's
younger,
time
we
and just
called
keeping
it.
this person
Listen,
company. Like you're just a wingman, right?
there's different names for that, but
Yeah.
basically, yeah. You say you're a wingman, but we had crueler names. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
But you occupy the situation,
Yeah.
and if it's a interest, you slide in the interest.
Exactly.
And
it's the
if
same
it's
thing.
not
Like,
an
so
interest, then
keep
you
it.
make sure your boy's a buck.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a situation to where he already know her, and it's just, oh, she brought her friend, come down,
Yeah.
occupy, I'm occupying. And
Exactly,
again,
and that's
if
all
there's
you're
an
gonna do.
interest,
Then if there's an interest, then
it is what it is. If it ain't no interest,
exactly.
then I'm occupying,
And that's
and I
exactly
don't
what
have
I
to
just
watch.
said.
But I know other I certain people might have a different, be like, nah, we don't get down like that, like straight up. It's just like boom, boom, bam. Other people have other
yeah,
shit
like
they
some
would
people
say.
are just like, no, I'm just not gonna meet your friends. Like,
Yeah.
fuck your friend. I don't want to be
Yeah.
over there. I have boyfriend.
Some people might say, I'm not even going to the bar with y'all. I don't
like,
care
you
if you
guys
bring
are
a friend or
lame.
not.
This fucking
You know what I
happens third
mean?
wheel. But if my friend was like, yo, he's gonna bring his friend, I just want to bring you, so we all have like somebody to talk to,
Let's
or
chill.
whatever it is, and we can all hang out and chill. You might like them, you might not. Whatever. I'm gonna go in there with an open mind. I'm gonna go in there like I'm meeting my friend's boyfriend and I'm meeting his friend. We could either all be friends and cool,
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah, whatever.
And that's
right?
what it is. Like I'm gonna go in there with a good time in mind and have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Like nothing. Like it doesn't always have to be sexual. It doesn't always have to be some like, oh, like it needs to be like a hookup in a sense. Like we can all be chill. We can all be friends. We can all be cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is.
So in this instance, I will say nobody really won. It's just that our codes are pretty much different.
Yeah.
We live by a different
Very.
code, and at some point those codes link up, and we either have a match.
They do interconnect.
Or we don't, or we have a match for a little while and find out it wasn't really a match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but I feel like, yeah, like you're right. And there we go again.
Wow.
I think it's time to
At
end
least it
this.
wasn't a bunch of noise this time.
Yeah, we didn't have a forewarning this time.
Let's get
Great.
into sophisticated, complicated, or just hated.
All right, give it to me.
All right. So, since we're talking about girl code, guy code, whatever.
Okay.
Right. And a lot of it has to do with dating and intertwining.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to dating,
a lot of it just has to do with morals, I think.
Yeah, a lot of it does.
Like, just make sure your girl is good. Make sure your homeboy's good. Make sure whoever it is straight. As long as you're straight, I'm straight. You eat, I eat. You smoke, I smoke. You know what I mean?
Sophisticated, complicated, or just hated. Which one would you put in what category? Getting set up by a friend, a guy coming up to you, or you approaching a guy?
I would put. Okay. As much as I said I have gone up to like a person and try to shoot my shot, I am gonna put that as just hated. Because the anxiety that it does
now
give
the
me,
truth comes out.
No, absolutely. like I said, like I will try, but building myself up to the point of like, you know, like okay,
just gives you fucking anxiety.
Absolutely, like okay, I'm gonna go hit on this dude, or I'm gonna try like shoot my shot and you know ask him if he wants me to buy him a drink or whatever it may be. Like I'm going to do this. My inner self is fucking imploding.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, oh, he's gonna say no. He's gonna call you ugly. He's gonna say, get the fuck out of my face. You know, like you have all of these things racing to your head until you actually do it. But the anxiety that it does give you is a just hated feeling. You know, or
so you approaching a guy is just hated.
I'm gonna say just hated because it's that anxiety that it does give you, the fear of rejection. You know, you do have that a lot.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with men. So it's like, yeah, I'd genuinely, you know, like if I could have somebody come up to me as opposed to going up to somebody else, I'd much rather have that. Mm-hmm. So I will put it as just hated because I guess I'm saying this is because I'm so used to that. Right. You know, like as a woman, I do have people come up to me as opposed to like me trying to come up to somebody.
Yeah.
So I'll put that as my just hated because it does give you that anxiety and that fear.
Okay.
I want to put the getting set up with somebody as complicated because you never know how it goes. Like as much as your friend can fucking know you, you know, and know your likes and your dislikes and your this and your that's and your type. And like, oh, I found this really great guy. I think you'd like him so much. And then you guys get set up. You guys go on a date, and it fucking flops, you know? Or, no, this man was terrible. Why did you do? I'm never letting you do this again. And now we in the same
circles.
Yeah. And like, you know him. And me. What does that say about you? You know? So it is complicated because it can either go very well or very badly, and then you still always have that connection with that person because you know they know your friend.
Circles.
Exactly, the same circle. So it can get very complicated. As opposed to, I guess I would put having somebody come up to me as sophisticated because it's just, I want to say like the easier of it.
Right.
You know, because that's where I am in control to say yes or no.
Right.
You know, and it's the same thing, I guess, as going up to somebody because you are in control of, you know, who you're saying yes to. Yeah. But, you know, I'm in control of saying, like, you know, yeah, of course. Or no. Nah, I'm not interested. And I have that opportunity to kind of, you know.
Maneuver.
Yeah, exactly. Plan it out. Plot it.
For me, I would say sophisticated is if a woman would approach me.
I can see that because you probably haven't had that. Not to sound rude.
No, I mean, I've had
you know, it's not a thing.
But it's flattering to me. So I'm going to definitely talk to you and try to see what you're about. But I will be upfront. But so that would be sophisticated to me. Complicated would be me going up to somebody. That is very complicated for me because again, the anxiety thing that she talked about, I have that. My inner self will talk me out of it
Yes.
10 out of 10 times. Okay?
Absolutely.
And I am dead serious. I can even be getting hit on and still
be like, this person is joking. They don't like me.
yes, my inner self will still tell
this
me
is a
to,
cruel
you know
joke.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it was jacked up as I have so much confidence in myself. I'm
Mm.
still like thinking about
Always.
the harm this person can do to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, even if this person like me, you know what I mean? Even if
Yeah.
it's for real, how much harm is this gonna cause? You know what I mean?
What is really happening?
You know, so
Yes.
that would be complicated.
Yes.
Just hated is getting set up.
Oh yeah.
Because usually when you get set up, it is complete blind date. I do not like blind dates. I don't.
Why not?
Even though a lot of dates are blind nowadays.
I mean, if you think about it, it is because you're dealing
A
with
lot of
online
shit. Yeah,
dating,
a lot
and
of
you
it's
don't
online.
necessarily know who's behind that,
Mm-hmm.
phone, and
Right.
that's where a lot of like catfishing happens and all of that bullshit. Is
Yes.
where it is genuinely a blind date. Because I've had,
Yeah.
I think I've told this story before where I've like met somebody online and then we go out on a date and on his profile.
What happened? What did he say?
It's or he told me specifically that he is like 6'2".
6'2".
6'2".
Oh, okay.
And I've dated somebody that is 6'7" before. I've dated a tall ass motherfucker. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I know 6'2" is above me because I am 5'9". Why is it that when we meet and I'm not wearing heels, I'm wearing Vans or Converse or whatever it is, we are the same height, motherfucker. You are not 6'2". Why are you lying about that?
Wow.
But in a sense, it's a blind date because you
Yeah.
don't know this person, and as you
And when you
are
meet
able to
'em-
have that comfortability through like text, like exchanging those
Texting
first
and
few
phone
messages and stuff.
calls.
You still don't know what it's gonna be like when you're in person.
You
and you're
can even
next to each
video
other.
chat. You still don't know how
Still
tall a
don't know what-
motherfucker is.
Yeah, but that's besides the point. What I'm saying is like you can video chat with somebody and get a sense of how they are as opposed to just through text message.
Yeah.
Because it's different because you don't know truly how well you're going to mesh with someone until you're with them in person, until you see them face to face.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where
Absolutely.
you guys can get along great through text message and you guys are joking and it's so
Yeah,
fun.
even in
and you have
person.
this great conversation,
could
and then
be in
all of a
person,
sudden when you
too.
guys meet up in person,
Yeah.
it's dry and there's nothing there.
Or you can just be hit it off on every freaking date. Y'all connect and it's just a beautiful thing, and then get intimate and it's
it's
just
not there.
it's not there.
Absolutely.
And it's just like, ooh,
and you guys just don't mesh
we
well.
just got to be friends.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I understand what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, getting set up on a blind date would be my just hate it.
Okay.
I really don't like that. I rather let me do that on my own. Figure that
Let
out.
me pick them out. Yeah, I get that. That's why I said it was complicated, because it's either it's gonna go very well or it's gonna go very, very wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that would mean that you walking up to somebody is just hated.
Yeah. No. That's wrong.
No, because you said
Me
sophisticated.
just walk.
No, because you said somebody walking up to you is sophisticated. You said you're just hated is.
No, that's
no, you
complicated.
said the complicated was the setup. So
Yeah.
you're just hated would be walking up to somebody.
Yeah, that's
That's what I was saying. Or did I fuck that up? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's what I meant.
I said it right. You just wanted to
me
say
going
no.
up to me going up to somebody is just hated.
Yeah.
Because it usually doesn't work that way.
What do you mean? Oh no.
Oh no, I said that was complicated. My just hated was getting set up.
Oh.
Yeah, just
Then why is it complicated? Because okay, you said you just hated his getting set up. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm not listening.
Me walking up to somebody is complicated because I have anxiety,
Ah, okay.
and my inner self always tells me not to do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? When probably I should do it 9 out of 10 times, but 10 out of 10 times my inner self be like, stop,
Don't.
just
Okay.
don't.
So we did.
Don't complicate yourself with those issues.
Don't do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Don't complicate yourself with those issues.
Yeah. Yeah. All
Go
right.
on to that woman. Why not? Because you don't want to complicate yourself with those issues.
Yo, man, you already complicated enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just chill.
Just chill.
You know.
Relax.
And then you're gonna have to find somebody else complicated that's gonna understand your complications. So just and then once you do, you know, then things get complicated.
And it's fucking complicated.
And that's why.
Yes.
All right, let's get into
Moving on.
Moving on a sophisticated note, since we're here. I'm gonna play a song that I have not finished yet. It's called "You're an Angel" by me. All right, so judge me if you will.
This is an unfinished song of yours?
Yes, it is.
Is it new?
Yeah, it's new.
Sorry, I haven't heard any of his new stuff.
Yeah, so it's new, and it's unfinished. So
get it.
It's only one verse. Check it out. It's called "You're an Angel" by Sanaya. Started off as friends, had my back to the end. Going through it and you saw it, that's how it seemed. Sending text messages and hours on the phone. Out of town and couldn't wait to get my ass back home. Wanted to see you so bad, cause you made me happy. All the same visions that we had, now look at us laughing. I'll never forget, at work, CPR training. Had a little competition, but I can't maintain it. Flirt with you at work, but you played it safe. Never ever did I think it would end up this way. A blessing in disguise, right before my eyes. You're an angel, baby, and let me see you fly. Yep, that's by yours truly. And as you can see, the rest is just all. So while that roll out,
that is. I'm sorry. I'm like tears in my eyes almost. That is the cutest fucking thing ever. Oh my god, Sonny.
Yeah.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, my wife heard it and she knows everything that's in there. She knows that's about her. But
well, that's about her. But that is the. I knew it as soon because I know their story and how they met. And the first verse you can tell that automatically the first words were automatically about her. You know, and it's fucking cute. I approve.
Right.
Gas it.
It ain't even finished yet.
I don't care. That is fucking adorable, and just seeing your love.
But yeah,
for her expressed in that way.
Yeah.
That makes me emotional.
There's a lot more. There's a few more about her, but yeah. That one definitely. Yes, that's
so impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I will finish that up, and I had it out soon, as you guys can imagine. But yeah, just get y'all input. Hit us up. Y'all know what it is.
I'm going to plug you shamelessly if you're not going to plug yourself. If you do like his music and you vibe with it, he's everywhere. You will find his music on Sonayor.
Right? Yeah. Look me up. I'm
on
on everything.
Instagram.
I'm on Spotify, iHeart,
Everything.
anything, Amazon, whatever you listen to, I'm there. I'm on iTunes, everything. So just type in Sunayar, SUNAYUR, and there I am. You can Google me too. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you just like us bullshitting around, you can follow us everywhere at Sophisticated SOM, Instagram, Twitter, all of that good shit. Spotify,
Sophisticated
at Twitter.
Sophisticated SOM for anything
else. But
YouTube, everything.
And then remember, it's sophisticated with that dick in it.
Put that dick in it.
Put that dick in it.
And there's your twist.
Bam! With that being said, we love y'all.
As always.
Thank you so much. And remember,
keep your pinkies up and your dicks out.
Till next time.
That was a good one.